The 24th presidential election took place on November 2nd, 1880. This election consisted of 5 political parties. These parties were the Republican, Democratic, Greenback, Prohibition, and Anti-Masonic parties. The Republican Party chose the representative for Ohio's 19th District, James A. Garfield, as their presidential nominee, and chairman of the New York Republican Party, Chester A. Arthur, as their vice presidential nominee. The Democratic Party chose Major General Winfield S. Hancock as their presidential nominee, and former representative for Indiana's 2nd District, William H. English, as their vice presidential nominee. In 1880, New York and Indiana were considered the swing states of the time, as local and state elections were decided by close victories. Republicans focused less on their victory in the Civil War, as the issue was moving farther and farther away. Voters were also becoming less excited about wartime generals being on party tickets. Garfield was criticized due to members of his party accepting bribes from railroad companies, even though he himself was not bribed. The downside of the Democrats' campaign was that they did not campaign on policy, and instead focused on campaigning to win. The Greenback Party was criticized by both parties as trying to help their opposition win, as any major party does nowadays. Republicans criticized the Democratic Party for implementing tariffs for the sake of making money and not using them for any strategic purposes. Democrats responded by saying the tariffs were local issues, even though tariffs were not implemented by local governments, rather by state and federal governments. An early sign of Republican victory came when Republicans won local elections in Ohio and Indiana. As immigration from China became an issue, candidates from the Republican, Democratic, and Greenback parties said that they would restrict immigration. James Garfield ended up winning the election. He won 48.32% of the popular vote and 57% of the electoral vote. I wouldn't say this election was very polarizing, but was close due to both parties not focusing much on issues.